If you appreciate our content, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. That will really help us to reach more people. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center. This is our joy-filled Sunday, so we're going to do something a little different, and we're going to actually have a little parade around our sanctuary here. So I hope everybody knows, well, first of all, everybody get out. You all have your kazoos.
The kazoo first.
So let Gordon teach you how to use a kazoo, and then we're going to have a little joy in my heart. But
Good morning, everybody. Okay, so first question, does everybody have a kazoo? If you did not get a kazoo, please raise your hands high and our usher will bring them. Ushers, we need kazoos. Our AVLM people need them. Yeah, back in the AVLM booth. Okay, so Kazoo 101. First of all, you blow in the big end, okay? And to make it work, you have to hum. Everybody go, and go, Congratulations, you are kazoo masters. See what you can learn at Unity? Okay, and Soulshine.
please join us either with your kazoo or you could sing. But
Hey, and stand up. Ready?
got joy, 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 joy down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart. I got joy, 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 joy down in my heart, down in my heart to stay. I've got joy, 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 joy down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart. I've got joy, 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 joy down in my heart, down in my heart to stay.
Great. I think we should take our kazoos on the road. So for anybody here for the very first time? Yes, welcome. Welcome to our crazy spiritual home where one of our core values is fun. And of course, on Tuesday, who knows what day Tuesday is? April Fool's Day. So once a year, actually many times a year in my case, but once a year we like to let that inner fool out, that child that likes to come out and play and celebrate. So I would say this, if you are not comfortable playing the zoo, that's okay, because this is your golden opportunity to laugh at me and everybody else. You can do it. So welcome. We want you to know if it is your first time here, we want to say welcome home. And we want you to know that unity and God leave no one out. We are, regardless of your race, religion, nationality, gender identity, sexual orientation, or whether you can play the kazoo or not. You are part of our beloved family, and we are glad you are with us today. Whew, got to catch my breath from all that kazooing. We're going to be doing some more kazooing as we go along today. But first, we are going to, come on, wake up. We are going to check in with our social media. So if you use it, pull out your phones, check in with the affirmation. I am grateful for the blessings in my heart. Okay, that works. That's supposed to be in my life, but heart works as well because we live from the heart. So I am grateful for the blessings in my heart or in my life, and once you are done, please put your phone on Do Not Disturb. However, you can leave your phones out if you have the app. The sermon notes are in the app, and you can add your own notes to them. I will not see them. Nobody will see them. It's private. And if you don't have the app, see one of us, one of our ushers or one of our teens or myself after the service, and we'll help you get it on the phone. It's really a cool thing to have. And I would like to say good morning to everybody out there in the virtual world who is watching us today. Giselle and Sue, and I'm pretty sure Leo's probably out there, although I don't see him on here yet. And I would like to give a special shout out to Chris and the gang in Sedona, Arizona, who are watching us. So good morning, everybody. We are glad you are here with us. Whew. And with that, I guess I will turn it over to Michael, and he'll share some information with us as we start.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Michael Small. I am your minister in training. So here's your announcements for March 30th, 2025. Today, after the service here in the sanctuary at 11:30, informational meeting for a reorganization and volunteer sign-up for a senior service team to provide transportation, meals, etc. to seniors after hospitalization or an accident. This will be a short meeting to determine interest. So if you're interested, please grab something, a snack or some goodies, and come back as quickly as you can. Sacred Chance is happening this Friday, April 4th at 7 p.m. It's an evening of kirtan. So it's our new night, which happens at the very first Friday of the month. We also have a guest speaker, Kenneth Giles, Sunday service, which is Passover on April 13th. The workshop following the service. Keith Giles, if you don't know who he is a best-selling author of the 7-part Jesus Unbound book series, focused on deconstruction of the Christian faith, and the solo book series focused on embracing the mystery of the divine. His latest book is The Quantum Sayings of Jesus, Decoding the Lost Gospel of Thomas. He has been interviewed by numerous media outlets and podcasts. He hosts his own podcast, The Second Cup with Keith. Jeff, you want to come up? You have a special announcement for us?
Good morning, Unity. As you know, on April 25th, we are having a fundraiser for our center. It's Sister Jessica Bingo Bonanza and Drag Show Extravaganza! Woo! Sister Jessica has been providing us with bingo ball bulletins. Last week was how to dress or not dress to go to a drag show bingo fundraiser. This week, she is going to tell us how to tip the queens. Play the video, please.
Well, gather round, my little bingo ball babes. Welcome to episode 2 of the Bingo Ball Bulletin with your host, Sister Jessica. My dogs. Some of y'all are out here at drag bingos singing and dancing along with the queens and living your best life, but you're forgetting a major proponent of the idea of drag bingo or drag shows in general. The queens are not being tipped. This, in our industry, is considered a moral obligation, you understand. It costs a lot to look this cheap. I mean, come on. So, I'm here to help you with a few helpful tidbits to tip the queens in the most respectful way possible, huh? Rule number 1, thou shalt not be cheap. Listen, if you can spend $15 on a craft cocktail named after a bad decision, you can spend $5 on a drag queen who's risking a hip replacement to entertain you. Rule number 2, Tip with style. You have so many options, like hand to hand, classy, or the money fan, ooh, or the royal offering, gently placed on the edge of the stage as to not disturb the art that's happening in front of you. How respectful. And finally, rule number 3. Tipping is not an afterthought. Visit the ATM machine before the show, come with cash, or Venmo the Queens. Absolutely no excuses. You come up in there empty-handed, we're going to be expecting family heirlooms or your firstborn child, huh? So remember, be generous, tip with flair, and don't forget your ones. And if you still refuse, may the bingo gods have mercy on your soul.
So be sure to bring your singles to the event. There will also be QR codes on the table during the event. So if you know how to use a QR code, you can tip the queens in that manner. We will be selling tickets after the service today. We are hoping a goal of 100 tickets to have a lot of fun and raise funds for our center. There are 3 ways that you can help us. We are looking for donations for bingo prizes and raffle basket items. So if you could generously donate that. The other thing is we are looking for specific financial donations in order to buy the supplies for our event. As you can imagine, we need decorations, raffle tickets, and if I have to, I'm going to go shopping at Home Goods myself to make sure we get those prizes and raffle basket items. So buy your tickets today. We need to sell 100 tickets. Thank you. The tickets are $20, which includes 4 rounds of bingo and some really cute daubers that I bought online. You get one of those, and then if the interest is there during the night of the event, we will sell additional bingo cards for $5 a piece. The more cards you play, the more you will have a chance to win. We will have very valuable prizes, as well as we'll have raffle baskets that you can also donate $1 and buy tickets for.
What about communion?
Oh, yes. We cannot forget communion. I was told last week my announcement was way too long, and Dan was trying to write my script for me, and so I said, no, I've got my script, and now you guys are asking questions. Great. For an additional $5 add-on to your $20 ticket, we are selling a Sister Jessica communion sampler. We will have 2 types of samplers. One will be vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free combo. That's 1 box. The other box is regular, which will include salami and cheese and fruit and crackers. Yes, we can take those after service. If you if you're going to donate, if you by check or cash, you can make it out to Unity. Oh, gifts, we can bring them on Sunday, and Dan and I will take them to our house. And we are having a big organizing event the Wednesday before the event, where we're blowing up balloons, putting raffle baskets together. We have really cool water bottles. I have 200 water bottles sitting in my house. Dan is like, can we take those to the church? I said, there's no room to put them anywhere. And on those water bottles, we will have the Unity logo. It's printed right on the plastic bottle. And we are going to add Sister Jessica stickers to the water bottles, too. And we will be selling those for $2 with a beverage in them on that night. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. So more information, detailed information on this or any other event regarding classes or donations, you can visit our USC website, our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel, or just open up our weekly online newsletter, or you could just call the office. Glenda or anybody in the office would be happy to talk to you. Okay, with that, I'm going to invite Pat to come on up.
Good morning. I'm Pat Bivens, and I am your trustee of the day. Please help me recite our mission, vision, and core values. Mission, we inspire spiritual growth through honoring human past, education, prayer, sacred service, and abundant living. Our vision, centered in love, we see a harmonious world of divine expression. Core values, we are Christ-centered, loving, inclusive, joyous, uplifting, open-minded, and fun. Okay, that worked. Our unity credo, we believe all people are created with sacred worth. We serve all people in emotional and spiritual ways. We welcome the diversity of all. God and unity leave no one out. And there are several ways to give: in person during the Sunday service, through our Church Center app, online at www.uscabq.org/give, or by phone, text to give at 4321, and our ushers are coming forward. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's Sunday morning, here we are again. It's nice to see you all. We're among friends, sharing smiles and laughter too. It's a joyous time to be here with you. Everybody, everybody make a joyful noise. Everybody, everybody lift up your voice. Everybody, everybody, we're feeling great. Come on, people, we're gonna celebrate. It's Sunday morning, hear the sounds of hands clapping. Sunday morning's time for some foot tapping. Sunday morning, we'll hear some fingers snapping. Hey, maybe we'll even hear some rapping. Everybody, everybody, clap your hands. Everybody, everybody, take a stand. Everybody, everybody, let the spirit rise. It's a great day to be alive. Right. It's Sunday morning, this is where we belong. We can be ourselves and sing our own song. We can relax, this place feels like home. Especially for those of us who forever roam. It's Sunday morning, Sunday morning.
Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do the prosperity dedication. In a universe overflowing with the alms of God, all the needs and desires of the Unity Spiritual Center and those we serve are bountifully met. From every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected, our abundant good is here now. Thank you, God.
All right, it's time for a congregational song. We're going to do a good old unity clap. classic. It's called Weave. So I invite you to stand up, and we're going to sing Weave. Weave us together. You can always kazoo along. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, together in love. We are many textures, we are many colors, each one different from the other, but we are entwined with one another in one great tapestry. Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, together in love. We are different instruments, playing our own melodies, each one tuning to a different key, but we are all playing in harmony in one great symphony. Weave us together, in unity and love. Weave us together, together in love. A moment ago, still we did not know our unity, only diversity. Now the Christ in me makes the Christ in me in one great family. Weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together in unity and love.
Great. Have a seat.
All right, and now I'd like to invite up our chaplain of the day, Roland Reese.
Good morning. I am Roland Reese, your prayer chaplain today, along with Martine Beckman. We will be available to pray with you individually on either side of the sanctuary after the service. Just look for our white prayer stoles. Prayer request slips can be found in the seat pocket in front of you and deposited in the box in the lobby.
In this very room, there's quite enough love in one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room.
Word of the day, forgive. I forgive and am forgiven. Holding on to hurt caused by my response to someone's words or actions is harmful to my mental, emotional, and physical health. If I stew over these negative feelings, it's likely I will feel worse. It is when I am willing to let go of these troubling emotions and the related thoughts that healing begins. Forgiveness restores wholeness and is based on the principles of generosity, benevolence, and love. Realizing the words, and okay, I seem to get these actions, may have been unintentional, or the person may be unaware of my pain. I feel compassion. I let go by repeating the words, I forgive you, silently to myself, which helps me speak these words aloud when I am able. If I have caused unintentional harm, I ask for forgiveness. Using divine love, I forgive and am forgiven. As I express this love, I mend feelings and open the way to peace and harmony. I forgive and am forgiven.
And as we forgive and are forgiven, we move into our heart center, into a heart that is light and filled with joy. For forgiveness frees me from the past, frees me from bondage to negative energy. As I feel that joy fill every cell of my being, I am grateful. Grateful for my freedom. Grateful for the opportunity to live a life of joy. Grateful for being a light of joy in the world. For truly, there is much to be joyful for. I am grateful for the love that surrounds me, love of family, love of life, loving friends and coworkers, the love of God, and the opportunity to be love expressing. I am grateful for health and life. I feel God's life energy flowing through every cell of my being. And every cell of my being dances in joy. I am grateful to be an opportunity for joy and life to flow through. I express life and health wherever I go, with whomever I meet. I am life expressing. I am grateful for all the abundance I experience in my life. Grateful for the infinite supply of all good things that comes from God. I am also grateful for the many channels through which it flows, and grateful that I can give good forth to my community, to my friends and family, and to the world. Yes, I have so much to be grateful for. The list is endless, and my joy is boundless. For living in gratitude, my heart is light and free, and I am joy-filled. Today, in this time of meditation, I think about all the loving gifts of the animals that are in our sanctuary. And I pull into my consciousness today one specific person. One person who waited for the opportunity to give a gift of the Beanie Babies to be given to CYFD. Marilyn Fuller, the mother of Hayes Fuller, donated these Beanie Babies in his memory. Hayes passed of muscular dystrophy in 2003 at the age of 15. And the Beanie Baby collection he had was his pride and joy. He prayed with them every night of his life. And his mother waited for the right place to give them forward. So in this time of meditation, if you don't already have one of the animals that has been donated, take it and hold it to your heart. Fill it with love and feel the love that it has in it already. And know that this week these animals will go to CYFD to be given to any child who needs it. That it may be a blessing. That it may be a reservoir of love. For we know that love is an enduring energy that flows to wherever it is needed and whenever it is needed. And so we add our blessings to these gifts, sending forth our love, our compassion, our empathy. We'll never know who it touches, but we will know that love has served its purpose. We are filled with gratitude. Gratitude that we can be part of the circle of love. And so in silent meditation, we feel that love flow from our hearts into these gifts, that they will touch so many, many children. In silence, we share our love. And in this place, in this moment that is infinite, we are filled with gratitude, knowing that there is quite enough hope and quite enough love and quite enough power in this very room for all the world.
In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. is in this very room. All right, we have a song called Start Small, Dream Big, Live Large. Start small, baby steps will do. Dream big, it's up to you. Live large, remember you're in charge. Start small, dream big, live large. Start small, dream big, live large. Creating your best life day by day is a work of art with the will in hand and an open heart. Start small, dream big, live large. Start small, baby steps will do. Dream big, you know it's up to you. Live large, remember you're in charge. Start small, dream big, live large. Start small, dream big, live large. Creating your best life day by day is a work of art with a willing hand and an open heart. Start small, dream big, live large. Start small, baby steps will do. Dream big, you know it's up to you. Live large, remember you're in charge. Start small, dream big, live large. Start small, dream big, live large. The first step is just say yes. Just say yes. The next step is just say yes. Yes. Step by step, just say yes. Yes. Start small, baby steps will do. Dream big, you know it's up to you. Live large, remember you're in charge. Start small, dream big, live large. Start small, dream big, live large. Start small, baby steps will do. Dream big, you know it's up to you. Live large, remember you're in charge. Start small, dream big, live large. Start small, dream big, live large. Start small, dream big, live large. All right, thank you. We fooled you there. Thank you.
They are all good, yes. All right, thank you, Soul Shine Band. Woo! Yes. Well, once again, good morning, everybody. And today we are going to wrap up our series on abundance. And abundance of all good things has been the title of this series. And today we're going to wrap it up by exploring the joy that comes from living a life of gratitude. Because gratitude is the anchor for all good things. Yes. Thank you, Amre. Be happy. Yes. Woo. Gratitude isn't just a feeling. It's an emotion, right? Okay. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's an emotion, right? Ah, there we go. Gratitude for our abundance is a transformative practice. And the reason it's a transformative practice is because it shifts our mindset. It deepens our spiritual awareness, and it aligns us with the divine good that is already all around us, in us, and through us. It shifts our focus. It shifts our focus from a consciousness of lack to one of abundance. So when we are cultivating gratitude, we are training our minds to focus on what we have rather than what we lack. Because we know in truth that we have all the good we could ever possibly need. And the only thing that limits our experience of that is our consciousness. It's all around us. Jesus said, you live in the kingdom. It's here, it's at hand, it's in you, and it's all around you. There is no such thing as lack except in consciousness. It's a powerful shift when we do that. It's a powerful shift because we know that what we focus our attention on does what? Expands, grows, yes. This is interactive, you can talk. Instead of seeing scarcity, we begin to recognize the ever-present flow of good that is in our lives. That's why I've been putting so much emphasis on this in this series, on focusing on the good, not on what we see that we don't like out there, what we may not agree with, what we may think is not good. We focus on what is good, what it is we want to have more of in our life. Now, that doesn't mean we don't see what needs to be fixed and what needs to be changed. Of course we do. But we focus and we put our energy on what we want to expand, what we want more of. We focus on what we want rather than what appears because we want to be in that flow of creating greater good, not for just ourselves, but for everybody. Focusing on what we want rather than what is can be a double-edged sword, though, if we're not careful. The key difference lies in the energy we give to what we're seeing out there, what we're choosing to focus on. There's a creative power in envisioning. And when we focus on what we desire with a sense of possibility, faith, and gratitude, we activate the spiritual principle of abundance. When we are aligning with the idea that greater good is always unfolding, we become part of that energy of expansion, and we expand. In this way, visioning and affirming the good we seek can be a powerful creative force. In Hebrews, Paul wrote, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. The substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. What was he saying? He was saying that the substance of things hoped for is already here. We just haven't seen it yet, but we've seen the evidence of it. We see the evidence of peace. We see the evidence of abundance for everybody. We see the evidence of balance and life. And if we can see the evidence, then we have to know it exists already. Give you an example. In our own lives, if we desire to have greater financial abundance, we can focus on that vision while giving thanks for what we already have, for being in that state of gratitude, for our homes, our friendships, our daily provisions. That co-creates a mindset with the divine, where we both are attracting and giving forth greater good. However, if we are focusing on what we want from a place of lack, what do we experience? We experience frustration, scarcity. We experience dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction with what is. And when we're in that consciousness, we begin to reinforce a feeling of not enough. Not enough. Instead of expanding the good, we are amplifying a sense of lack. For example, constantly saying, I wish I had more money, while feeling frustrated about current affairs. Now, there's two problems with that statement. Number one, I wish. Wish is maybe someday, maybe if I win the lottery, maybe if a pot of gold drops from the sky. That's a wish. That's not an affirmation. It's always going to be out there somewhere in the future or out there in the ether, as Charles used to say. And if we're feeling frustrated about our current finances, we're creating an energetic block. that can actually keep us stuck in lack consciousness. In contrast, we could say, I am grateful for the ever-increasing flow of abundance in my life. And that's not just about money. I am grateful for the ever-increasing flow of loving relationships in my life. I am grateful for the ever-increasing flow of life in my body, restoring and aligning all the cells of my being to health and wholeness. Can you hear the difference? When we're in that state of consciousness and using that kind of affirmation, we're shifting the energy. We're shifting it to possibility and to expansion. And that works in every area of life, our own and the world around us. Don't like what you see happening out there in the world right now? Shift your energy to what you do want to see happening out there in the world. People collaborating for the greater good, working together to end homelessness or climate change, lifting each other up, empowering each other. That's out there, and that's where we put our energy. So it works in all things. So the most powerful practice then that we can have in that process is combining gratitude for what is with faith in what is becoming. Gratitude for the good things that are happening. And let me tell you, there's a lot of good things happening out there in the world. Are you going to watch the news on your phone, or are you going to look for the good things that's happening out there? Because as much things that we don't like may be happening, it's causing greater and greater good to unfold. And the more we focus on the good, the more good unfolds. So it's a balance. We combine gratitude for what is with faith in what is becoming. It creates a flow state where we are both content in the present and open to greater possibilities, to even greater possibilities. The act of being grateful grounds us in abundance, and vision then moves us towards creating a higher good. Together, they expand our experience of abundance. So the practice is acknowledge what you have. That's gratitude. Clarify your vision of a greater good. That's desire. And affirm the good that is already unfolding. That is faith. So gratitude, desire, and faith. There's science behind this. This isn't just spiritual woo-woo stuff. The ancient teachers knew it. Jesus knew it. The Buddha knew it. So many others knew it. But science is now proving the power of gratitude. Gratitude has scientifically proven to enhance our physical well-being. When people are in a state of gratitude, they're healthier, they're more vital. Their bodies literally absorb more nutrients from the food if you're eating good food. There are things we have to do physically to do this too. Being in gratitude reduces stress. It fosters resilience. Being in gratitude literally rewires our brain. It creates an energy of happiness and fulfillment. Not feeling happy in the world right now? Get into gratitude. It will change your consciousness. Regular gratitude practice leads to positive changes in the brain that are measurable with the equipment we have nowadays. There's enhanced areas associated with joy, with contentment, with peace. Some of the areas that are affected and some of these are hard words to say, neural correlates of gratitude. Frontiers of Psychology just published an article not long ago where they had investigated the feelings of gratitude that correspond with brain activity and discovered that participants who imagined receiving help in times of need and really imagined it happening in the moment showed that they had a greater increase of activity in the prefrontal cortex and in the anterior cingulate cortex. I had to practice some of these words. Those are regions in your brain that are involved with moral cognition, value judgment, and emotional regulation. This suggests that gratitude has the ability to engage the brain in areas crucial for social interaction. And there's long-term effects in gratitude writing letters of gratitude, writing little notes of gratitude. Researchers from the University of California, Berkeley, conducted a study where they had people write letters of gratitude for 3 months. And then they watched what happened. And over those 3 months, MRI scans they did revealed that those who practiced this showed greater activation of the MPFC, the prefrontal cortex, compared with those who didn't, indicating that expressing gratitude can have lasting effects on our brains, on our minds, particularly in areas related to learning and decision making. Want to learn new things? Want to learn how to get really good at the kazoo? Be grateful that today you got a kazoo. Mindfulness awareness. We've done a lot of research with that at UCLA, indicating that when we are in that state of gratitude, we are happier and more content, of course, but we activate the brain's reward center that leads to a release of neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and neuropinephrine. That one. So see, one of the great things about gratitude is you don't get hung up on whether you can pronounce these words or not. People know what you're talking about, at least on an intuitive level. Yes. So how do we cultivate this grateful heart? How do we do it? Well, we do it through simple practices. Yes. We can keep a gratitude journal. We can offer prayers of thanksgiving. We can consciously appreciate the beauty that is all around us. What do you focus on when you're driving down the street? Aside from traffic, you got to focus on that. Do you focus on these beautiful mountains we live next to? On the green buds that are showing up on the trees and the plants? On the beautiful sunshine and the bright blue sky we have here in New Mexico? I'm going to share with you some of the teachings that go back to ancient times, starting with the Buddha. The Buddha taught that gratitude was a path to contentment. That was called santuti. He taught that true abundance is not found in external possessions, but in contentment of the heart. In the Dhammapada, verse 204, he states, health is the greatest gift. Contentment is the greatest wealth. A trusted friend is the best relative. And nibbana, or gratitude, is the highest bliss. Gratitude leads to contentment, which in itself is the greatest form of wealth, he said. He wrote about the practice of dana, or generosity. Buddhism teaches that generosity is natural outcome of gratitude. When we recognize the blessings in our own life, we are moved to share with others, which in turn expands our experience of gratitude. We know that whatever we give out multiplies. Any energetic form we give out multiplies in whatever physical form it takes. The Buddha often talked about how giving selflessly brings happiness, whereas hoarding brings frustration and anger and more impactful fear. He said, if beings knew as I know, the result of giving and sharing, they would not eat without giving. Generosity creates a cycle where the more we give, the richer we feel. Not necessarily in material wealth, but in spirit. And we know that the universe responds when we give anything out. What about the Christ? Oh, wait a minute. Before I get to the Christ, as I was researching this lesson, I discovered that you all are familiar with the parable of the mustard seed that Jesus told, right? The Buddha had a parable of the mustard seed as well. The parable tells of a grieving mother, Kisagatami, who came to Buddha and said, please, Buddha, bring back my child who passed away. And the Buddha told her, go forth and find a mustard seed. from a household that has never experienced loss. And so she went out searching. And she realized, after she could not find a single house that had not experienced loss, that suffering and loss are universal. But it taught her that when we shift our focus from loss to gratitude for shared human experiences, we move from grief to spiritual abundance. So we can be grateful in our losses and what we receive. We can be grateful that we are all part of one human family that shares similar experiences. And because we have shared those experiences, we can be grateful that we can support one another through them. So now the teachings of Jesus. Jesus constantly talked about the deep connection between gratitude and abundance. He demonstrated that a heart filled with gratitude opens the way for divine provision, spiritual fulfillment, and joy. One of the most powerful examples of this was when he fed the multitude. And what did he do first? When the disciples came to him and said, Jesus, we've only got 5 loaves of bread and a couple of fish. And Jesus didn't say, oh, what are we going to do? We are so poverty-stricken we can't feed anybody. He said, wow, what a blessing. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, that there's more than enough here to feed this multitude. And there was. It had been there the whole time. And they passed the baskets around again, and they were overflowing. It wasn't magic. It was working spiritual principles. It was getting into that feeling of generosity because those people in that crowd had plenty of food amongst them. And in that consciousness, they shared it and discovered that there was more than enough for every single person. But he gave thanks first. When we express gratitude for what we have, no matter how small it may appear, it expands to meet our needs. There's a story in Luke about the 10 lepers, where Jesus healed 10 men who came to him with leprosy, but only one returned to express gratitude. And Jesus acknowledged him, and he says, rise up and go. Your faith has made you well. Now, that was true for all 10 of them, but only one recognized it. Only one person recognized that his faith, facilitated by Jesus, made him well. And Jesus said, you got it. Now you can live a life of expansion. Now you can live a life of fulfillment. Now you are abundantly blessed. This tells us that gratitude is more than just good manners. It's an act of faith that deepens our spiritual abundance. And what we deepen in spirit manifests in experience. It has to start, like all things have to start, within us. So Jesus often spoke about shifting our awareness from worry to trust. In the Sermon on the Mount, he reassured us that gratitude for all things allows us to experience abundance. He said, therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink. Do not worry about your body, what you will wear. For is life not more than food, and body more than clothes? Now, he wasn't saying don't eat. He wasn't, thank God, he wasn't saying run around naked. What he was saying is when your consciousness is focused on the abundance of the world you live in, you will have those things. You will be directed to do what you need to do to have them. Your good will expand. He said, the kingdom of heaven is present, you're in it. But it's only those with eyes to see that recognize it. That's a key teaching we often miss. When we have the eyes to see that we are in that state of abundance, an abundance of joy, an abundance of peace, an abundance of supply, an abundance of love, it expands to meet our vision. Gratitude is a spiritual practice. He taught that gratitude is a way of seeing, of believing, and of living. It is not dependent on circumstances, but rather our choice to focus on the good. Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, Eric Butterworth, Emily Cady, all of the great New Thought writers stressed the same things. Charles Fillmore wrote that gratitude is a spiritual law that unlocks the flow of abundance. He said gratitude activates the divine law of increase. We want increase in our life, we activate it. We activate it through being grateful. It doesn't take anything beyond that. He said gratitude is the key to demonstrating prosperity. Gratitude is a great magnet, and when it is expressed from the spiritual standpoint, it is powerfully augmented. This means that what we focus on increases. We activate a spiritual law. Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, emphasized that gratitude transforms our perception of life. She wrote, praise and thanksgiving open the heart and the mind to the ever-present good of God. Instead of focusing on what is missing, gratitude helps us recognize and acknowledge what is already present. It shifts our consciousness from worry to faith. Eric Butterworth, in his fantastic book called Spiritual Economics, wrote that abundance is not about accumulating things, but about recognizing and expressing the flow of divine substance. Prosperity is not in the things, it is in you. It is the consciousness of freedom, of creative ideas, of gratitude, of being in tune with the flow of life. So gratitude is an energy, it's a vibration that keeps us in tune with the divine flow. So whatever we bless in life increases. Emily Cady in Lessons in Truth wrote, we are all recipients of more good than we are aware of. Think about that. You are a recipient of more good than even you are aware of. And the more we give thanks for what we have, the more it increases. Prosperity is a state of mind before it is an outer experience. We don't wait for abundance before giving thanks. We give thanks first, and abundance follows. Myrtle Fillmore wrote, begin to praise and give thanks for everything, and you will find that your supply will increase, and you will know the law of increase is working within you. So in closing, when we live in gratitude, we awaken to the truth that abundance is not something we chase. It is a divine reality already present in and around us. Every breath, every moment, every blessing is an invitation to recognize and magnify God's good in our lives. Gratitude is the key that unlocks prosperity, the force that multiplies our blessings, and the practice that transforms our lives. It allows us to move from fear to faith, from lack to limitless possibility. So as we take these lessons in this series and go forth with them, let us make a commitment together. Let us commit to speak words of gratitude, to bless what we have, and to trust that as we give thanks, we set in motion the spiritual law of increase. For our abundance is already here. Open your eyes, open your heart, claim it, and watch as it expands beyond measure. Namaste.
All right, Bryant has a song.
It's a Carlos Santana and Chris Stapleton collaboration called Joy.
something on the inside coming on strong. Everything wasn't right, but now I can do no wrong. And all I was afraid of bringing me down. All the walls around love falling to the ground. Joy rolling like the thunder rumbles. Time to let the teardrops tumble. Listen to the hatred crumble. Now that I have joy, listen to the wings of angels rattling the chains untangled. I see me from a different angle. Now that I have every single minute and every hour I'm drowning in it, and I can feel the power, and I keep on pushing through the good and the bad, and I believe all because I have joy rolling like the thunder rumbles. Time to let the teardrops tumble. Listen to the hatred crumble. Now that I have joy, flying on the wings of angels, rattling the chains untangled. See me from a different angle. Now that I have joy. Let's kazoo the kids in. Oh, I can't do it. Walking in the light of God. You're walking in the light of God. Walking in the light of God. You're walking in the light of God. You're walking, 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 walking in the light of God. You're walking, 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 walking in the light of God.
Man, these are fun, aren't they? I love them. I hope you guys take these into the week and make lots of joy for the people around you, because these are super fun. I just have a quick question. How many of you had to try it a couple times to get it to work? Oh, good, it wasn't just us. Okay, that's good. Awesome, awesome. Well, good morning, everybody. We are so happy to be here. My name is Tiffany Vincent. I am the Youth and Family Ministry Director here, and I'm also the teacher with the Unikids, these guys. And Barbara is our teacher in the upper school classrooms, which is mid school and high school. We are so happy to be here, always, every Sunday. So, would you guys like to talk about what we did today? All of you do? Ptolemy, would you like to join us? All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. High five, high five, high five, high five, high five. They're awesome, aren't they? Yeah, we had a lot of fun today. I don't know, did you guys have as much fun as we did in our class? Does anybody want to talk about it? Oh, you both do. Who's first?
So we called our friend in Missouri, like we do on Sundays, and we did an activity about assumptions. And what we did is we wrote down 3 things. We wrote down something surprising, something like nobody else knew about you, and something cool, like something cool about you, and then we put it in a bucket. Then we kind of mixed it around, and you had to guess like who it was.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, some of the stuff we assumed was a bit crazy, and we learned some neat stuff, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And really fast, I just want you all to be prepared that we won't be here next weekend because we're going to Denver for, we're going to be in Denver for our lock-in that we are helping to co-host with the Denver chapter. And so it's very exciting because the lock-in includes other Colorado teen groups. So it's a multi-church lock-in that we're helping to host, and we're helping to lead all the activities. And by we, I mean them. They are leading it. So yay for our group. And just want to remind you, the yard sale is end of May. So starting at the beginning of May, you can start bringing in your stuff to church. So I'm just planting that little seed. So thank you.
We love seeds to grow in the spring, don't we? That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you all for all that you do. And thank you all for all that you do and all the support that you give our kids. Would you join me in praying for our kids today?
You are a perfect child of God, and God and I love you just the way you are.
Just the way you are.
All right. Wonderful concert. Thank you. Okay, we will stand and do our prayer of protection and peace song. And adults, please remember that we are not going to step out into the aisle until after we have kazooed the kids out of the sanctuary. So we don't want to trample our little ones, okay? I got your back, guys. All right, let's do our prayer for protection. You guys ready? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is swoopy.